Hello, and this is Bryson's full feeding routine. Usually he'll eat like, I don't know, about two of these little tubs. He's already halfway full with this one, or halfway done rather, but this is his feeding routine, y'all. So, hope y'all guys enjoy. Bryson, look here. He's going to make messes, but that's a baby for you. Feeding a baby is definitely not mess free. This boy's almost 10 months old. See yourself? Do you see yourself in the phone? He's like, yes. Open wide. Thank you. Open wide. Good boy. If y'all guys see a little like red marking, he kind of rubbed his face up against the couch too rough yesterday because he was crawling on it and stuff. He got a little bit of friction marks on him, but other than that, he's just fine and dandy. Open wide. And I really gotta move kind of slow because I want to minimize any kind of messes I do make. Open wide. And also I have to really try and be careful that he might try and swipe at the spoon. But other than that, it's just fine and dandy. Over and all, it's pretty easy to do. Whoa, and that's exactly what I mean by that. He tries to swipe at the spoon. Open wide. Whew, that was a close call. Luckily, I was even watching that. Open wide. I want to try and also keep his mouth as clean as possible between now and time to go to the grocery store here in a little while. So, this, by the way, is sweet potato flavor, and he loves sweet potato. That's his favorite flavor of the Gerbers. So, open wide. Here we go. Good boy. Here in a little while, after each tub, I kind of like to allow him maybe a minute or so before I pick back up. So that way it has some time to settle. Open wide. There we go. He likes when I make funny noises as well, because it soothes him and stuff. Try to get that as good as I can, you know. And then open wide. Good boy. He's just about done with this. That's how much he's got left of that. So he's almost good on this tub. But here in a little bit, I'm going to show y'all one thing that we also do before moving on to the next tub. Y'all guys might actually think this is actually kind of cute. Open wide. Good boy. Open wide. Good boy. You're almost done. Sorry, my allergies are bad this afternoon because a neighbor of ours was outside mowing earlier, and I'm highly allergic to grass. And he'll do that thing where he wants to try and put his feet in his mouth to try and prevent me from sticking the spoon into his mouth. That's a close call. No, yeah. I meant yeah. Duh. It's an ant. We've been having some ant problems, so I've been trying to eliminate that. My son is slowly trying to adapt to the camera. You know, I think as each day goes by, he gets gradually better at it, which is why I've been filming so many videos about my son, is to get him used to the camera and stuff, being filmed and all that, because you never know, he may actually be famous when he grows up. You just never know. I mean, I'm a musical genius, so chances are of him becoming famous musician or pianist or anything when he grows up is high, because he gets most of his genetics from his mama. Mama. Open wide. For his birthday, we're going to be doing Bluey for his birthday. His first birthday. So I'm excited for that. Those of you that don't know that I am a single mom of one, his name is Bryson, and this is him. Yeah. But I have sole and physical custody of him since I was never married or anything like that. And his biological father had some issues that our family did not approve of, so that's pretty much why I have sole and physical custody of my child. The rest of the story is not really anyone's business because it's personal. But another thing that I really, off that topic, because I don't really like talking about it, but one thing we do right before we transition to another tab is look at the camera. Look at the camera. He's laughing right now. Yay! Yay! He loves to clap his hands. Yay! Good boy. But hold on, you guys. I will be literally right back here in just a few moments. I gotta go to my room and get something right quick. Okay, so y'all guys may have heard of these before, but they're called Gerber teeter crackers, and they look like this. So here in a little bit, I'm going to feed him some of these just to see what he does. Hopefully he handles them well. He is old enough to have them, so I don't think he's going to have any problems with them. But I do have some fluids just in case he gets something caught in his throat or anything like that. One things that I want to eventually show y'all guys, to those of you that have infants on board and stuff, is how to treat a infant who is choking, because there's two different methods really that you can use. You can squash. This is butternut squash that I'm about to feed him right now currently, but back on topic. He when it comes to an infant choking, the first thing to do is turn the baby immediately tummy side down, and you want to with your left hand, you want to hold his mouth open with your thumb and your index finger, so like this. But you want to make obviously sure that he is upside down first. His tummy side is facing toward the floor. And then you want to kind of lightly pat right where his upper back and like where his back of his neck is area, and you just lightly tap. You don't just slap, because it'll hurt the baby if you do it like that. But it'll help dislodge what's in his throat. And sometimes it's optional, but a lot of people will reach actually halfway down the throat, or however far down the throat the object is, or the piece of food is. Many people don't really recommend that because it can put strain on the baby's throat. But another way that you can perform life-saving Heimlich remover is it's a little device. Man, I forgot what it's called. Life Vac. I just now remembered. It's called Life Vac. It's expensive, but all at the same time, it will unlodge the piece of food or object that's lodged in anybody's throat. Life Vac can be used for both infants and adults or children. It doesn't matter who you perform the Life Vac on. It's Life Vac is gonna run you anywhere between $160 to $200. So be aware of that when you try and think about buying something like that, because it's pretty expensive. I'm usually the type of person who gives the cheapest advice first before giving out the more expensive advice. And doing the Heimlich remover yourself trust me, it's a lot cheaper. Now, I can say if in fact you spot blood after removing the object, you do want to contact the child's pediatrician, and or you may have to take the child to the hospital just to make sure that there wasn't any damage done and all of that, because some bleeding is normal after a certain object. Looky here. Ooh. Good boy. But if it's a lot of blood that comes out after dislodging it, it's not normal and it needs to be seen. Your child has to be seen. So he's not really too into the butternut squash, but unfortunately he's got to learn to eat it sometime. Looky here. Open wide. Open wide. Good boy. Who's a good boy? And like I said, he is going to make messes. There is no way to prevent messes fully. But, at least they make cleaning supplies to clean it, though. Just in case he does. I have bibs, but he always removes them anyway, so I got to the point to where I just got used to just really not use them, even though I should be using them. Open wide. Good boy. So after this, we're going to give him some teething crackers. Which is optional. Just so you all guys know, the teething crackers are for infants that are 7+ months old, meaning they have to be at least 7 months old to eat the crackers. He'll try anything to not eat a flavor that he don't like. Put your arms down. Thank you. Okay. I try not to be rude because he's just, at the end of the day, he is just a baby. So I have no reason to be rude. But sometimes, if I have to, I may put his arms to his side using my hands. But I try not to do that because it is kind of rude to do to a baby. It's not very friendly. But sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do in order to feed your child. Make sure it gets adequate feeding, that type of thing, you know. Because not only does he have an appointment this Saturday, or shall I say tomorrow, that I'm preparing him for. Yeah. Say, I love mama. Say, I love mama. I love mama. Say, I love mama. Excuse. Oh, bless me. Sorry. He gets startled when I sneeze. I know. I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to. No. It just happens. He gets scared when I sneeze. Open wide. Come on. Good boy. Who's that good boy? But he's just fine. He just got scared. Open wide. Good boy. Open wide. Good boy, baby. I know this is not your favorite of all flavors, but sometimes we gotta eat things that we all don't want to eat very much, and we gotta eat it anyways. We gotta eat what we've been blessed with. Open wide. Open wide. Good boy. Looky here. Looky here. Open wide. But yeah, this is just his feeding routine. Not including diaper change or anything like that, just feeding routine. Here in a little bit, though, I'll explain how to change an infant's diaper. If y'all guys are interested in stuff like that. Open wide. Open wide. Sometimes, because I have a really super weak stomach, open wide. We're not gonna start doing that again, okay? You can't feed yourself yet. You gotta remember that. Open wide. No. I'm sorry. I hate to have to do that. If I can keep from it. Open wide. Good boy. Open wide. Bryson. Open wide. Good boy. Sometimes when an infant starts looking in other directions besides the spoon, it can symbolize that he might be getting full and or distracted by something. In his case, he's distracted because he likes to try and bite the straps or his foot, just like he's doing. You're not supposed to eat your foot. Your foot's not food. Open wide. No, we're not gonna start doing that. I'm sorry. No, we don't do that. Open wide. Good boy. Open wide. No. He, again, like I say, he doesn't really like this flavor, rather. But he has to eat it, even though he don't like it. You know, we have to be taught from a young age that we can't always get our way. Open wide. Good boy. Bryson, look over here. Open wide. Good boy. Okay. Open wide. Good boy. You're almost done, baby. Open wide. Roughly, it takes about 30 minutes to feed baby food to your child. So be aware that it is more time consuming to feed baby food. Oh, no, don't do that. Damn it. Ooh, I should not have said that, but no, don't touch the straps. I just cleaned them. Touch anything but the straps, baby. There we go. I'm sorry, but that's what happens. Okay, you're almost done. Now try not to do that again, please. I mean, I don't mean to be rude, but open wide. Good boy. Sometimes he can make feeding time kind of impossible to do, but I somehow make it possible. Open wide. I have no idea how, but open wide. Thank you. No, we're not gonna start doing that again. Open wide. Good boy. You're almost done with this. Open wide. Good boy. But, shoot, and that's what I was worried about him doing. Unfortunately, he just did the unspeakable again. No, 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 no. Like I said, baby, we're not gonna start doing this again. Okay? We're not doing it. I'm sorry, but we're not. Open wide now. Thank you. Don't spit it out. We don't spit out food. Open wide. Good boy. Good boy. Feeding a baby is extremely challenging because that's one of many reasons why it can be challenging, because they always tend to try and put obstacles in their mouth to make it harder to feed them. But however, this little kid right here is not very successful every single time he does it. Little does he not know that. Anyways, that's all of that. And now, what we do, again, the crackers are optional. It depends on your baby's age. And it also says on there, as you can see, 7+ months old. So these are optional, but it would be nice to see and be able to actually eat it though. I like to break them up. Looky there. There you go, baby. Gotta chew it. Can't swallow it. Good baby. You gotta remember, you got to chew it first. You can't just... Are you chewing? I do want to kind of like see, out of sheer curiosity, what these even taste like, because I don't know. They don't really look appealing. Can I see? Can I see? Can I see? Open wide. I want to see first. Do you, hold on. Did you swallow? Because if you get too much of this in your mouth, it can become a choke hazard. I want to make sure you swallowed. Open wide. Open wide. Here. Hold on. I think you'll be alright. Oh no. Chew. Not bad. It's actually kind of good. Either way, they do dissolve, so, but I still want to make sure you choose it though. Chew. And chew. This is strawberry and spinach flavor, by the way. Take a big bite. Yeah. But gotta snap off. Oh, hold on. Here you go. There you go. Good. But he likes these so far that I can at least tell of, anyways. There you go. I'll have that little crumblet. Chin up. Oops. Hold on. Hold on, baby. There we go. Excuse me. Did you swallow? Did you swallow? Oh well, it's dissolving. It's not that bad. Here. Looky here. Looky here. Good boy. He's like, oh, it feels weird. I know, trust me, I know. But yeah, if you just feed your baby food only, it takes roughly 30 minutes, but it also depends on how quick your baby eats. My baby tends to eat a little bit slower. So because I like to feed him kind of slow. Looky there. Make sure you're chewing it. Did she swallow? Looky here. Boy. I mean, it's completely optional to feed your baby these things, but he looks like he likes them though. I mean, that's the main thing. As long as he likes them, they're pretty good. Open wide. Looky here. Ooh, looky there. more cracker. Make sure to chew them good. Mmm. Mmm. Can you say mmm? Yeah, there you go. Open wide. You gotta swallow. What are you doing? You don't want too much of these things at one time. Chew. You gotta chew it, baby. Because it can get... Chew. Chew. It goes. We chew. If y'all guys know the consistency of the bread, that the piece of toast, you know, that churches do, you know, and they call it communion, but, or at least in the Christian religion they do, but it immediately dissolves in your mouth, and then you drink the grape juice and all that, but we won't go into that, you know, but we will do that. Make sure you're chewing. I like the smell of these things too. They're so good. Ooh. 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 Hello. Hi. Oh, excuse me. I declare. Here you go, baby. There you go. It's almost done with this cracker, so. He's almost done with this cracker. And then he's got one more. And then we're done. Yeah. Can I see? Yeah, you could go ahead and... Swallow. It'd be easy. Looky here. Good boy, baby. You've only got one more. And then you're good to go, baby. Can you say after this, you're good to go, baby? Not gonna lie, these things are actually really good. Oh no! There we go. That's fine. It only fell down. Looky here. And that right there is a sign that he may be or trying to poop. I don't know. I won't know until I smell it. My son is actually able to kind of prevent himself from choking. That's why you see him kind of reaching in the back of his mouth, you know, because he feels certain consistencies and it helps him to kind of take it slow and make double sure that he chewed it good. But we're almost done feeding him. So, try. Can I see? Oops. No. Not the end of the world. We get that. There's my dog, by the way. Chew. Hello. Who's that cutie? Who's that cutie? Who's that cutie? Who's that cutie? He's smiling at me. Looky here. Here. He's almost done eating, y'all. I just like to make sure that he's chewing these good and stuff. These are his first time eating these. That's why I'm going kind of slow with him on these. Good boy. But yeah, this is all he's got left, and then we're done feeding him. So, there we go. Gotta make sure and chew it good. Chew it good and swallow good. Ooh, phew. Luckily he's gonna be getting bath tomorrow anyway, so. Looky there. He loves these better than those puffs that he had. Who's that cutie? Who's that cutie? Here. Looky there. Be careful. Uh-oh, somebody has hiccups. Hello. There you go. Alright, y'all. So that concludes his feeding time. Hope y'all guys enjoyed that. Bye-bye.